We are brewing our way through the drinks of pop culture. And in today's video, we are making a homebrew version of the White Russian. If you've ever seen the Big Lebowski, you know the meme. White Russians are king in the universe of the Big Lebowski. And when I was younger, it actually led to me and my friend group often ordering White Russians, thinking that we were very cool when we were out at the bars. But today we are not going to be mixing up a White Russian, we're going to be brewing one. And so, here's what we did. We start with a base of sugar, and that is 1 3/4 pounds of table sugar. And we're putting in 1 gram of citric acid to help our yeast along. Once all our sugar's in, we pour in a half a gallon of water and get it all shaken up to make sure the sugar is combined with the water, and then we top it off with water to 1 gallon. Next, we're putting in 1½ teaspoons of Yeast Nutrient. And then, of course, in goes our yeast. This is 1 packet of wine yeast, and that yeast will go in there and eat those sugars and turn them into alcohol. We just put our airlock on and fill it up with water, and that took about a week to ferment. So a week later, I put a ½ pound of lactose into a clean and sanitized carboy. The lactose will sweeten this, but also make it kind of creamy, like a White Russian. We rack directly on top of that lactose and then give it a very gentle stir until all the lactose is combined. Now, this wouldn't be a White Russian if it didn't have a little bit of a coffee flavor in it, so we put in 2½ ounces of coffee beans for 24 hours. And then we racked it off again to get it off of those coffee beans and allow it to clear up. And a day and a half later, it was clear enough to get bottled. So all that's left to do is pour a delicious White Russian. I know it's not white, but you know, it's the flavor that counts. And I gotta say, this one worked out really well. I'm pretty happy with the flavor and mouthfeel on this fermented cocktail. How would I rate it? Good.